to vocabulary. Oh man, I just knocked myself unconscionable. No, I did not, because that's not the right definition or use of the word unconscionable. Unconscious is what happens when a big brick falls on my head and I pass out for a little bit. Unconscionable means really, really bad in a way that's like immoral. Like, how could you have done such a thing? That's unpardonable, unforgivable. Don't ever use the word unconscious when you mean unconscionable, because it is unconscionable. Which, of course, is a little bit of an exaggeration, because it's okay if you mix up words now and then. Just don't do it on the GRE. Next, umbrage. It's cool. Sometimes you have these word roots and they help you out. Umbra comes from the Latin for shade, like I got an umbrella, Ella. But this is a little bit different. Why? Because sometimes words do weird things. So sometimes in medieval times, umbrage suddenly meant to take offense at something, to feel insulted. Like, she called me a what? That is taking an offense at something, taking umbrage at. And it's interesting. It's also one of those words that people don't just say, I have umbrage. It's always take umbrage at. It's a little phrase that I imagine the GRE kind of slipping into one of those text completion questions, not in the answer choices, but just in the sentence itself, and you read it and go, take umbrage? What? Take what? What's an umbrage? Well, now we know, and so hopefully you don't take offense at seeing it in the sentence. Next, we have opacity. Fun word. It's a city filled with opas. What are opas? Well, I don't have to worry about it because it has nothing to do with the city. It does have everything to do with the word opaque. Opaque means you can't see through something. It also means something in which the meaning is very difficult to understand or unclear. For instance, if I was to open up a medical textbook, all of a sudden I see all these words and scientific facts and graphs, and it's pretty difficult for me to understand. It's opaque to me, so it would be known by its opacity. Again, opacity is the noun form, opaque is the adjective. Finally, we have a cool word that once popped up way back in our GRE Vocab Wednesday, and it was apocryphal. And so I thought I would revive it because these words are all from our article of the month, and apocrypha is slightly different enough to throw people off. That one L at the end is suddenly gone, but really it's the same thing but a noun form. Apocryphal, comes from the idea that there are certain books in the Bible that some guy in the 4th century said, I don't think these are really legit. I'm not going to include them in the Bible. And so this guy's name was Saint Jerome, and he came up with the Bible that the Catholic Church uses, that most people use. But these other writings that he didn't include are called the Apocrypha because he considered them not genuine. So today, more broadly speaking, anything that is not real in terms of a story or report, something you hear about, if it's kind of suspect and counterfeit, then it is apocrypha. So go on there and on the internet and look up UFOs or look up Bigfoot, and maybe all you read is apocrypha. That is stuff that is not true. But what is true is we got lots of material for GRE, so check us out at gre.magoosh.com, where we got over 200 lesson videos and over 1,000 questions. And I will see you next week.